What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Sports to the Wire. For those of you who are actually new to the show, I am your host, Rashid White. All right, so as everybody actually seen, Ben Simmons made his introductory at the Brooklyn Nets over there. Had a press conference, and of course, he's going to be asked about the whole mental health issues. And Stephen A. Smith didn't like it, and he's saying he was actually faking it, as you guys can actually see with the title on screen there. So let's play. And let's hear what Mr. O. Stephen A. Smith had to say.
Recently, what is your visceral reaction to all that you just heard?
That he was ill prepared for this press conference and he came across as an individual that simply was not telling the truth. And I don't say that with cynicism or the skepticism or whatever. I'm rooting for the brother. He's a spectacular player. I told you I voted for him for Defensive Player of the Year. I think he automatically elevates Brooklyn big time. And you know me, I'm Knicks first, New York always. Yeah. So if Brooklyn wins, I'm very, very happy. As long as, Knicks ain't the picture, that's different, something for another day. Ben Simmons had several holes in his discussion. Number one.
Well, Stephen A. Smith is a lawyer now. Okay, he had holes in his discussion. Let's see. He's not a good basketball analyst, so let's see if he can actually play lawyer.
He said he was having issues prior to his performance in the playoffs. Okay? So here's my point. Then why didn't you ask for time off instead of asking to be traded? You didn't have to ask to be traded. If it wasn't about the Sixers, if it wasn't about the organization, if it wasn't about the coach,
He said, I should have the actual press conference queued up here. I am so sorry. He never said anything about wanting a trade. And I watched the whole press conference a couple of days ago, before this even came out. And he said, hey, I want to remain in Philadelphia. And I want to be here. I want to get better. So Stephen A. doesn't actually do any type of great investigative journalism here.
It wasn't about a Joel Embiid and your relationship or lack thereof with him. Why did you ask to be traded then? That's number one. Number two, he's on the record here, and I wrote this down. He said mental health had nothing to do with anything. Well, aren't you making the case to the NBA and the Players Association that mental health was the reason that you needed this time off, but you should still get paid? Because if you have mental health issues, they can't confiscate your pay. So you minimized your argument. You hurt your argument in that regard if you were still in pursuit for your money, which I've been told he is. And so when you look at it from that perspective, those are two major, major holes. Because you're saying it wasn't mental health issues. You just had personal issues. You also said it had nothing to do with the coach, the organization, the city, the fans, or an individual player, which we all assume would be Joel Embiid. Yet,
dude, he's not. He's going to remain professional, just like James Harden actually remained professional. He's not trashing the Brooklyn Nets organization. He's not trashing Kyrie Irving. This man knows nothing about basketball. He's going to remain professional. He's not going to talk any trash about the owners, about how Daryl Morey threw him under the bus and Joel Embiid actually threw him under the bus. He's not going to do all that, man. I mean, what is wrong with you, dude?
You never asked for time off. You asked to be traded. So there's inconsistencies there.
Well, someone asked, what was the straw that broke the camel's back? Was there one event where he decided, I need to be out? And he said multiple factors.
Yes.
It piled up. That was the term he used. It piled up.
It piled up, which again is inconsistent with what you were trying to say. You said you didn't have a problem with the organization. You said you didn't have a problem with the fans. You said you didn't have a problem with the player. You said you didn't have a problem with the coach. Well, who the hell you got a problem with? And if you got personal issues that are going on with you, that's not necessarily a mental health issue. Unless you said it was mental health. He said, no, it's not mental health. I just had some issues that I needed to deal with. That's inconsistent with the argument that's been disseminated out there. Now, he hasn't spoken, so we didn't hear from him until today. But these were what all the reports were saying. And so as a result of that, I'm looking at it from that perspective. Then I'm looking at the fact that the moment you get traded, yeah, y'all had a game in Miami on Saturday, but last night was your first game in Brooklyn since the trade, which happened just 3 days earlier. And you on the bench smiling up a storm. The world is beautiful, suddenly. Okay? These are all things that are inconsistent with a person that, according to the report, swore up and down They haven't.
All right, he's not going to trash the organization. What that was a PR thing. I mean, he's not. Listen, he doesn't know basketball, man. That's what I'm saying. He never really. I mean, I don't know if he played or not. I don't know if he really even truly played. You're not going to go out there and talk trash, talk shit about Joel Embiid, and say this and say that, and then he actually tries to come and bring his best against you. And it's the same thing with Ben Simmons. You want to talk trash about him? He wasn't this, he wasn't that. You're like, what? That'll get him like even more riled up. And you saw that 42-point rebound, 13 assists, 13 assists, 9 rebounds. It wasn't like he was just shooting threes from all over the place. He was making all of his shots from inside the damn paint. So you actually want him to bring me. When I played basketball, I was happy with scoring 8 points a game. But if you talk shit to me, you talk trash to me, I'm gonna go out there and score 30 on you and bust your ass. And you know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing about that, man. You know, let James Harden be who he is. But you talk trash about James Harden. What? Let me actually get in shape over here, man. Well, I can't believe they said this about me. So it's a psychological thing, man. He's not going to talk trash about the organization. Same thing with James Harden. James Harden said, hey, this is where I actually wanted to be all along. He didn't say anything about Kyrie. And which I truly believe that, because he wanted to be with Daryl Morey. So, and it all makes sense from here on. He's not going to talk. I told you, that whole thing with Kyrie and all this shit, all that was bullshit. That was nonsense right there. All nonsense. Him just being used as a scapegoat, because it's so easy for the media to actually pick on him. And then, guys like this fall for it. So it actually shows you that Stephen A. Smith knows nothing about being a hooper. He knows nothing about basketball. And I don't know why he actually gets a platform. I guess he's animated, he's loud, but you gotta actually kind of, just break through that and just listen to him, and then you'll understand that he doesn't know exactly what he's talking about. All right, so if you liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe, certainly share this video. When you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.